Let's take a look at our map set brought to you by Toyota. Going to start things off on Nepal, then going to Hollywood after that. Really trying to get that Graviton Surge built up. He's got it now, uses it immediately. They lock up Swan with that one. Maybe they can get a few with the Primal, with the Self-Destruct. No, not quite. Swan waiting up. He's got the Primal Rage. Going to go ahead and use it to try to scatter the members of Washington. Sound barrier, that Lucio ult is used by both teams, actually. Florida trying to hold strong onto the point. I thought maybe they would have a good response to that Primal Rage, but not quite. Either way, they're still building the control percent. Now the grab comes in from Washington. Janus down early. No, that was from Florida, rather. My bad. And that's going to be a big win for Florida as they maintain control.
And Florida just sequencing their ultimate so much better. You see the sound barrier.
Time for them holding this point. Florida moves in. All right, her Shatter comes in, not a lot out of that, but now BQB drops that grab. They're trying to focus on Janus. Samsung finally finished off in that mini diva form. Another grab comes in from Washington. Swan down, but maybe Florida has what it takes to flip it. They certainly seem to have taken the fight in the direction they wanted to. Janus extremely low, and after that, Zarya shield's down. Ooh, he's still alive. Apply. Taken out instead. I cannot believe Washington kept their Reinhardt alive. That's crazy. Oh, but Swan comes in.
Secret Shatter.
Shatter from behind, but he's got, that's right. He's got the sound barrier though on Washington, though. It's not going to matter. That was a beautiful Shatter from Florida, but what can you do, man?
Wow, this round right now as we hit to 80%.
The grab used by BQB. Right away, here comes the self-destruct from McGravy. Agapun jumps in with the
counter Shatter.
Ooh, the Shatter could be resulting in something, but no, Janus getting a little bit low. Washington's back up, they got him! They got Janus right as his Earth Shatter came up. Oh, but Sansa gets two with the self-destruct. Are you serious? Washington Justice, a new lease on life for them as they push Florida back. And Florida just could not avoid that self-destruct. That is tragic, man. McGravy doing what he can with a kill onto Guido, but I think it's going to be Washington retaking overtime bar from expiring here. Otherwise, Florida takes Nepal. There's the Graviton Surge sound barrier in response from Florida. Janus tries to go through with the charge, doesn't get anything out of it. Oh, Shatter from Janus. That's going to seal the deal. Washington Justice should be taking this fight and retaking the point. Go again. Florida coming back in with a lot of tools. BQB needs to stay alive. He's going to drop that grab. They're going to use the Transcendence as well. Here comes the self-destruct. No kills from that. Florida Mayhem on the point right now. They managed to flip it back while Washington was forced away. Applied down though. Oh, Washington. They're just going to go ahead and start taking names, man. They got another kill, but Chris going back with one onto Otto. Florida not out of it just yet. Oh, maybe they are now. Losing McGravy. Washington needs to flip the point back again. That was crazy that Florida actually retook that. But in the end, it's not going to make a big difference. Washington Justice will take the first map in this series.
I mean, the self-destruct was thrown around the corner from the grab, so it couldn't actually deal damage to the Washington. Shots to win both Shrine and Village, ended up losing both. And the Justice, you know, they're going to...
The kick to the face and Zenyatta's
boot to the head.
Situation. Boot to the head indeed. Sansa. Oh, Janus drops the Earth Shatter. Florida Mayhem responding though with that sound barrier, but they got to get back on the point. They can't let Washington take this one. Janus does find a kill onto Chris, so Washington Justice nearly has it. They're so close. Zephyr so close to grab as well, but Florida's lost so many people. Otto down. Maybe Florida can turn this one around. Oh, they're so close. Oh, they take it. Florida Mayhem stepped up. Oh, you can't do that.
Oh,
Florida.
They, with their economy advantage.
Agapun getting really close to that EMP too. Swan gonna get charged. No, he got out of it somehow. Graviton Surge, no kills resulting from that for Washington. Florida going back in again, but no, they gotta dodge that self-destruct. No kills though. Self-destruct. Oh, there's the EMP coming in for BQB. Agapun down early though. Washington with an early edge in this fight. Rory charging back in, and whoa, Otto just sweeps away Florida. Good one. Could end the push for Florida right there. Samson lobbing in the self-destruct. No kills out of that. It's going to be the grab coming in for Florida on the back of their sound barrier. Otto down early. Rally comes in from Apply, meanwhile, on Mayhem. There's the EMP from BQB. And with all those members of Washington hacked, it should be an easy cleanup, but Swan and Apply down. Washington making a go of it here.
Still alive.
The kills. Sansa finally getting D-Max. And at the end of the day, I just don't think it's going to be enough. It's not.
To capture point B.
Yeah, they kept their ults too. There's the grab now from Florida. Zephyr going to throw that one in there. It's going to draw out the sound barrier from Washington Justice. Janus goes for the Earth Shatter. Doesn't claim any kills, but Chris goes down to the ensuing grab from Corey. Florida Mayhem turning this one around now, trying to get back onto the point. Here comes the self-destruct from Washington.
Nice.
Catches Zephyr. He's in jail permanently now, man. Swan down as well, so Washington with another good hold at the end of B.
Yeah, using the self-destruct creatively just to zone somebody out, puts them in a do-or-die situation.
Nearly gives it up. They drop down at the last possible second. Zephyr with the grab. If Florida can win this fight, they can win the
Zephyr.
Zephyr going down. I don't know, man. A hack on the Sansum. Oh, that's a big shatter from Janus, though. Washington Justice turning this one right around.
Oh boy, and the Justice to a come.
EMP. Washington Justice cornered a bit. There's the sound barrier. The EMP coming in here to clear it out. Sound barrier now for Florida. EQB being very, very patient with this one. Corey on the outside. There's the EMP. Sansum comes in. Self-destruct, not much out of that one. Swan drops the Earth Shatter. Auto comes in with the Zarya shield, so he's a little bit more durable. Washington trying to stay alive. That was a lot of ultimates used, but not a lot of kills. No kills, in fact, for Florida here. Agopun so close to the trans. Can he save him? Oh, he can't save him. Fly. Sansum does get D-Met, though. Florida with a chance, but no, it's Zephyr dropped. Washington, they've done it. They are going to actually take 2 maps in a row in this series. Washington Justice will put themselves 1 map away from winning their first match in the Overwatch League.
Washington Justice on 2 maps in a row.
Impetus, the beginning of it was there, but then the follow-up just was non-existent. Washington trying to just hold strong on the point. They're going to dedicate Corey's grab to this one. Can they finish off Swan? Agopun pops the Transcendence. They're going to come in. Oh, there's the shatter from Swan, and Janus down. It looks like Florida Mayhem may just be able to keep things going here on Volskaya Industries. That's going to be a point A take, almost certainly. Washington trying to buy as much time as they can. They know that forcing it into overtime is not a bad thing at all.
More than a couple of their players hacked.
Nope. All right, grabs used by both teams. There goes Auto. Florida with their early lead here, but the self-destruct. No kills out of that one, it looks like. Up on the high ground, they couldn't make it work. Sansum in trouble now, and there's the hack rather. They did D-Mech Sansum though. Fozic, so EMP before he had a chance to use that sound barrier, and that might be a problem for Washington as now they're losing a lot of people. Another hack onto Janus as he comes in. Sound barrier used now by Washington as they try to stabilize somehow, some way. They do have the respawn advantage, so they can get people back into the fight faster. And Florida Mayhem backing away. Ooh, they get Janus again, though.
Yeah, they're picking up Janus, and they still have some healing on the point with Agapun's Transcendence.
All right, with that Earth Shatter, with another kill coming in, they've got a real chance to finish this up and force us in the time bank. Looks like they will be able to do that. They're waiting it out. He's low health. The charge comes in from Janus. He keeps overtime alive. Sansum solo already. There's the EMP. Sound barrier, though, comes in right afterwards, so they get the shields at least, and they have the grab used as well. Now Chris gets his sound barrier out for Florida right in time. Washington Justice, no kills from the shadow, but Swan is down. Washington has a shot here. All locked up, but they are getting the kills. Overtime not expiring yet, and Florida Mayhem could not complete this last fight. They could not capitalize again on that EMP.
They didn't wait for the sound barrier, Doa. They used it so early. Fozic gets to be the hero.
Well, they're still in it. They're still trying to delay, but no survival in this series. Washington Justice, they just want that one win. There's a grab, there's Tito's Transcendence. Oh, Corey's grab got eaten by Zephyr. That is huge for Florida, and the kills coming in. They're doing it. The sound barrier. And Florida Mayhem, in the end, have seemed to find what they needed to take Volskaya Industries and keep themselves alive. They'll do it. We're not done yet.
Holy moly, I can't believe they got that clutch Graviton negated by just yet. You can win the next one, you can win the control point after that. And that strategy is very effective because you just get more and more room.
Pressing W now, man. Oh, Zephyr gets his grab eaten up by Sansum. Good start. Absorbing that with the defense matrix. Now they're going to dedicate the sound barrier to a push here, but the big EMP clears out the shields. Oh, you do not want to use that Lucy ultimate before the Sombra ult comes in, and this is exactly why. Janus down, there goes Corey. That is a 0 value sound barrier from Fozic. Yeah, that one hurts. Coming up. Corey has his on board with him at the moment. As Washington tries to push back onto the payload, the translocator, Bob's BQB translocator. Why did I say Bob's? Sansum self-destruct, and no kills out of that one. Now the grab comes in from Florida. They're trying to burn through this Transcendence from Keto. Push back.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen, right?
Yep. Sound barrier. Oh, Janus stunned in the middle of his shatter animation. That ultimate canceled. He's going to try to go with the charge. Does get onto the opposing Reinhardt. Applied down. And so maybe Florida with a chance to push it back. They're giving as much as they're getting here right now, at least.
You see BQB, he's already planned his escape route with that translocator if he needs it, but he's not going to.
Well, he'll use it anyway, just to stay safe here. It's going to be another sound barrier from Fozix, but Florida Mayhem pushing through that one. Ooh, that's 2 sound barriers in a row from Fozix that I do not... You know, if I were rating the world's best sound barriers, they would not be on that list, I'll be honest.
Yes, the
nicest way I could say
that.
Well, that's the idea. Less than a minute remaining for Florida Mayhem. They've got Otto, they've got the 65. We'll see if they can make something happen. Sound barrier used early, and there's the EMP on top of it. Once again, that armor, or that shield rather, cleared by the EMP, and it's gonna be the go button for Florida Mayhem as they clean up the rest of this fight. Graviton Surge used, but Corey's not gonna get much out of that one. That is gonna get a lot of damage up in his face, and that's it. Florida, BQB has his. Who's gonna pull the trigger first here? All right, it's gonna be the grab from Florida coming in a little bit early here. Now pushing forward, Guido uses that transcendence.
Corey!
He got it, Zephyr! Zephyr managed to defense Matrix that Graviton Surge. Justice has the sound barrier though. It'll keep them alive at least. But now the engage comes in from Florida. With Zephyr self-destructed, he gets Guido. Are you kidding me? Florida Mayhem continuing to push forward. Washington, they need to make something happen. But now there's Zarya and their Reinhardt. We're into overtime now. Florida Mayhem uses that grab. And Washington, they might not be able to weather the storm. They couldn't keep Otto alive. It's a 6v5. Now for Florida Mayhem, they're going to use that sound barrier. Nice shatter onto Sansom. Gets DMEX. Washington Justice in a huge amount of trouble. They've got the grab, but no follow about it. The EMP from BQB. Again, setting up the kills, and that should be it for Dorado. We are going to a 5th map in this series between Washington Justice and Florida Mayhem. Fozix doing an admirable time staying alive, but that's a map that will go to Florida Mayhem. We're going to map 5.
I think they're confident that they fixed these problems, and they're confident that McGravy is, in fact, they're spread out. The knockups, the pile drivers haven't been doing much. Here we go, minefield.
Minefield, knock up a lot of people in that minefield, but they've got the shield to keep everybody alive. So in the end, the minefield not really doing anything for Florida Mayhem. They've got the grab now. This is what they need to get some kills out of. It's going to be the Transcendence, though. Coming out, self-destruct. No shield means no life for Swan and Hagokun. And Florida Mayhem, it's too late to switch now. Grab, maybe not. BQB isolated, in a lot of trouble, he's gonna use that grab. Oh, Sansom made it! Sansom defense Matrix and grab. And now the Graviton Surge coming in from the Washington side. And that's gonna be a problem for Florida Mayhem. Fights. Sound barrier. McGravy has to use the self-destruct. Oh boy, and Apply knocked off the edge. Probably been taken up by Giannis as well. Guido pays for it. Swan using his primal rage. The 98, 99. We are in overtime. Washington Justice on the verge of in the last round of the last map of the last series. They do it. They finally get a win here in the Overwatch League. The team congratulating Otto. He has waited a long